friends, frogs and tadpoles. How's everyone doing today? We are doing great. It is a beautiful day outside. I'm so grateful that you're here with me. I am Cassie. This is Cassie's Chats. Cassie Chats. I always say that wrong. I slipped the tongue. Sorry about that. If you would, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I drop another video. And to let YouTube know that I do have viewer interaction and they recommend my videos a little bit more. Maybe, maybe. Who knows? I have heard lately that we have lost Robert Redford. That is such a sad loss. Such a talented actor. Has been at it for some years, and that is just really sad. Had a crush on him in the 80s. Shows my age. But he was an awesome actor, and he's really going to be missed on the screen. I really hate to hear that. I'm praying for his family, praying for everybody involved. Of course, we all knew eventually. I mean, he was 89. I'm sure he had a full life. Not many of us can expect that, nor could we dream of it. So many people are leaving us at such an early age. It's a shame. It really is. 31, Charlie Kirk. I'm still not over him, really. Not because I knew him before, but because I didn't know him, and because he stood for so much. He really has affected me in a way. But Robert Redford also has affected me, kind of like one of my heroes, one of my favorite actors, like I said, a crush of some sort. I'm sure he was a crush to many women over his time. I know that he was an actor in my mom, my grandma's younger day. Well, I won't say that. Maybe. I know that my mom and my grandma knew him. So he was before my time, and 89 years old. I can't imagine. Sad. But I also thought about a lot of celebrities. I don't know if it's because of the internet and all the news just comes to us so quickly over the internet, or if it's just more widely spread. But I feel like when people pass away, it's happened more in succession. It's happened over the last 20 years. I can't count how many people have passed away, but from the time that, I 20 and 40, I don't remember it being that much in succession, but it just seems like everybody is dropping off like flies, maybe. And I'm not trying to be funny about it. It is concerning. It is very disheartening. I can't believe we've lost so many people. I mean, just in 2014, 10 years ago, we lost Prince. Had just lost Michael Jackson. Just all kinds of things are just so many weird things are happening right now. I'm starting to your brain goes into overdrive when things like that happen. When it's such a succession, and there's so many famous people are doing it. And I say death is inevitable. We're all gonna meet that fate one day, but you wouldn't think it would happen to someone in their 50s or 30s or 40s or however long. And people, I guess, the people that I grew up with, listening to and acting and things like that, they were probably in their 30s or 20s at that time. So I guess their time has come. I don't know. It just seems to be happening a lot lately. And if I had like a survey to stop it, I would, but it's not in my power, and I'm sorry. So there's that. I had been able to get a hold of the HBO channel, and I watched the show that I wanted to watch, and I really hate that I've done that, because now I have to wait for the next season, which is like 2026, 2027. I watched it all in about a week. And I'm like really, really sad. I couldn't just leave it alone. I had to know. It's a good show. It is a really good show. Very well put together. It's based on based loosely on real life events. Some of the things from the show did happen in real life. Some of the things from the show did not. But I'm really excited. Even so, it's a lovely plot. Well put together show. I think Julian Fellows, it just keeps outdoing himself, and I'm excited for his next project. I really hope the Bridgerton series comes back very soon, but I can't be sure about that. I'm sure production and having to write these shows and having to put them out, I'm sure it takes a lot of time. So I can't be really impatient. What else is happening with us today? Oh, the Harry and Meghan of it all. I'm really not into talking about their fraudulent lives. I'm not into I'm not into them perjuring themselves any further. I have noticed that when Megan talks, I don't know if anyone has noticed, but sometimes on a show she'll get to talking about something and she acts like she was the only one that knew that. Like we're stupid, and she emphasizes, oh, this happened, and making sure that we know that she knows, when of course it's probably as old as the sun. I don't mean to laugh. Her crazy, her kind of crazy is overwhelming. And then we have Harry that's not ashamed of the fact that he wrote this bear, and he says he's not airing dirty laundry, but I'm sorry. Some of the things you said in the book Spare not only embarrassed yourself, it embarrassed your dad and it embarrassed your brother. And how does someone go after a sibling like that? Especially in my mind, watching Princess Diana. I didn't know her personally, but I was, I was a fan of hers. I really was. And anytime I saw her with the boys, it wasn't, oh, William. She had her hand on Harry too. And I know, just watching them, I felt like she supported them together and wanted them to work together. As brothers, when William becomes king. I don't think this is what she wanted for the brothers. And I think she would be sorely disappointed that Harry has shown out and tried to take so much attention away from William. I don't think she would want them working on different sides of. I don't think she would want them working on different sides of the room. I just don't. However, Harry will be Harry, and Prince William has every right to rule as such that Harry will be Harry. The two of them together, they're purely evil, purely not considering anybody else other than themselves, their money, their popularity, they don't think about anything. Gosh, they don't even think about their own children and how their children would feel later in life, being separated from parts of the family. That is really important. I mean, I think, okay, so maybe they won't be treated as royal. Maybe they don't have titles. Maybe they're not in court, so to speak. But why take them away from that? Why not show that to them? I think they're going to have a real problem when the two little ones grow up. That's my thought, though. I've always said that the two kids, I can't even say their name. I don't even want to say the girl's name because that wasn't fair. I don't think it was fair to name that child that and then claim that she had another perjury, that she had Queen Elizabeth's name, permission to name her child that. I just don't feel like that was right. Why would you do that? I wouldn't even take that from the Queen. It would be in my heart, oh my God, that is her name. That is her nickname. I wouldn't even think about naming my child that. That would have been so. The one thing that the Queen had that was her own was a nickname, and somebody wanted to take it and selfishly take it And she drives me crazy. That kind of evil just it's another level. It is another level. I was gonna name my daughter after my great grandmother, which would be Mamie. And Mamie is a name. It's a common name, especially in the Victorian era. The kind of a pastime thing. And I was gonna name my child. You know, if I had a girl, I was gonna name her Mamie. But I was asked by one of my aunts not to do that, and that would have been fine. That would have been, you know, I understood. You know, it was not like they want to call someone their mother's name, and it was a very unusual name, although very common for the time. But I wouldn't, you know, if my mom had passed away, I wouldn't want to call another person her name and have to think about my mother each time I saw this new person. So I got it. I do. I got it. I got it. But no, I think she really overstepped her bounds with that one, naming her that name. I call her Lili or Betty, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going to give her the satisfaction of saying Elizabeth's nickname. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But that's that. Not thrilled with the Harkles of it all. Not really happy with them. Not really into their action of slime. I really hope they get their act together though and figure out what side they really want to be on. Both of them are quite equally evil, and I just don't think there's a way for them to reconcile all the things they have done. Racism and abuse and victimizing a situation that they themselves created. How do you do that? I'm gonna steal money from you. I'm gonna just, for example, I'm gonna steal money from you, or uh, what is it? What is it I can do that would make any kind of sense? I mean, and not make sense. I'm gonna take money from you, and I'm gonna blame it on you. I'm gonna make it your fault that I didn't survive, that I didn't double that money. I'm gonna use your name every chance I get, and I'm gonna rub it in your face that I took that money. This is how I feel like they are. This is how I feel that they have behaved. Even though I know it's far more than that. You know, they've called them racist, and it's very. They're probably damaged at the heart more so than stealing money, but still, it's an example. I'm not saying that's what really happened. They could have. How is everybody getting along? How is everybody? Is there anything you'd like to chat about? Is there anything that I need to research, that I need to look into? I've been wanting to dig into the DNA aspect about. I have a background in medical studies, and I really want to get into the DNA of it all, just out of curiosity because I want to learn. Has anybody had the desire to just want to learn, to just want to know it all? I've always been that way. I've always looked up words. Even though my language here doesn't, I get nervous and I start going, and I start, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not a very good speaker and I need to get over it. But I mean, this is helping, having to make videos. It's helping a lot with my confidence and with my speaking. But usually I'm a very anxious, shy person, and I kind of freak out and I don't know what to say. I've actually made videos, like 3 or 4 videos yesterday, and I didn't agree with how they felt. I didn't have anything lucrative or I didn't have anything really to share. It was just kind of like blah. And so I didn't post them. But today I'm getting a little bit better. I feel like a piece of hair is just shining. I feel like my hair's getting too long. It's too heavy, but I don't want to cut it. I don't. I haven't had long hair since, I think I had medium hair. Maybe it was down my back a little bit when my youngest daughter was about 2 years old. And then I cut it, and it just kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And a lot of people like me with short hair. They like my facial structure. They think that I carry off short hair in a good way. I haven't had long hair in a long, long time. She's 30. So I tell you something, she's 30 years old. And so, but we do have a little bit of fall weather. It's kind of breezy. It kind of looks like, right now it's sunny, but I think it's going to storm. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the weatherman. I'm not the weatherman. Again, I'm Cassie, if you're new here. This is Cassie Chats. If you would like to subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notifications for my content if I drop it, and then let YouTube know that I have viewer content and people are interacting with me and they'll recommend my videos a little bit more. I know that's kind of a big, broad sentence, but that's how things work. And I've heard other people say it, but I don't want to say it exactly like them because it's kind of plagiarism. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be as much of me as I can. Even if you just throw me a ribbit in the comment section, just give me a heart, a high five, however you want to do it, that would be lovely. I will get some more content, try to figure out how to better my channel and get more views. And again, rest in peace, Robert Redford. Prayer for you and your family. Again, just want to incorporate everything I've said. And I hope that everybody has a good day. Oh, Freckles dressed up. I have to put the picture up one day, but Freckles dressed up as Kurt Cobain from Nirvana for Decades Day. He looks so amazing dressing up as Kurt Cobain today. I can't wait to show you that photo, but I will. I'll send it soon. But it was Decades Day, and the thing with Freckles was his name. If he had been a girl, Nirvana would have been incorporated. And then while my daughter was pregnant with him, she listened to a lot of Nirvana songs. Now I like Nirvana. They come out with something different, and they were just amazing. They come out with this Washington grunge, and it was just so amazing for the time. But my problem with him is because of his short life. Again, a shortness of life. We were speaking about that earlier. His songs are few and far between, especially the most popular ones like Teen Spirit. There's only so many times that you can listen to Teen Spirit or Hot Shape Box and not get tired of this, the same songs over and over and over on repeat. And yes, he was an amazing legend. I hate that we lost him at such an early age. I really do. I feel like he had many more songs that he could have written and come up with. And I mean, I just hate that it's limited because of his short time on this earth. But yeah, Freckles kind of embodied him today for his Decades Day at school, so I was kind of proud of that. Love you, Freckles. Y'all have a good day, and thank you for being with me.